Hey friends, welcome back to the vlog. In this video, I want to talk about guiding words and in particular what my guiding word is for this coming year, as well as an update on the Unravel book. Every year I choose a guiding word, and it's a word that acts kind of as a theme for the year. So it encompasses all of my goals for my personal life, for my business, for where I hope to see myself at the end of the calendar year. It's not about resolutions, it's more about what is the focus of this coming year, what feels like, where I need to grow, what I need to work on, what I want to create. And what I usually do is I wait for it to drop in. I start thinking about it around my birthday in the beginning of November and wait for a word that feels right. And at first, next level was a phrase, a word that kept coming up for me, and it didn't feel quite right. And finally, elevate dropped in. So elevate is my word for 2020, and for me it encompasses a lot of things. So really going to that next level, really stepping into a new way of being, really going for some big, impossible goals that I want to create in my work, in my life, in my finances, in my health, like really stretching myself for 2020 and making some really exciting things happen. And the first part of that is getting the book out into the world. So part of elevating what it is that we're doing in the company is bringing on better team and creating better systems and support for our clients, for me, for all of our projects going forward. So I'll talk more about some of the hires that I'm looking to make, some of the changes that I'm making to the business, ways I'm working to automate things so that things are more seamless all the way through projects and coaching and all the different things that we do, programs, things like that. But the first big focus is getting the Unravel book out into the world. The book itself is done. It has been edited. I have done a lot of reworking to it. I have gotten feedback from trusted sources close to my heart and people who I respect that are great writers and storytellers to kind of give me feedback on the book so I could really craft it and make sure it's clear and it's ready to be birthed into the world. And I invested a good chunk of change in bringing on a book launch manager, a book doula. So bringing a book into the world is very much a birthing process. It is this thing that was inside of me for so many years, went through a gestation period, and has now come out into the world and is ready to go out and be its own thing, its own entity, its own body of work, its own conversation in the world. So I hired someone amazing to help facilitate that process, to actually set us up for success that I don't feel like we could have reached on our own, because myself, my team, our heads are very much down in getting the book out, getting the cover done, managing the launch team, getting some basic initiatives done. So bringing someone on who has done this before, who knows how to help us rank on Amazon in the top 10, if not number 1, so that we can get more reach. And that's really what it's about, is getting more reach, getting the book in front of more people. So I brought on somebody who is a pro, and I very intentionally said that I dropped a big chunk of change on that because that's part of the elevation process. So being willing to invest more, take more financial risks to bring on the right people, to bring on the right support so that we can do what we're trying to do at a new and different, better level than we've ever done before. With bringing her on, we made a big decision to push the launch date back one final time. It will not move again. So help me, that book will come out now in January. So what's going to happen is the December 3rd date is still important. We will be opening up pre-orders on December 3rd, and pre-orders will only be 99 cents. You'll be able to get a copy of the ebook version, and I'm going to really ask and request that you guys help me out with that so that we can get it ranking higher, so that we can reach more people who need to hear it. It's only $1. We'll tell you all about where to do that on the 3rd. You can pre-order it, and if you want to join the launch team and want to support me in launching the book, then on December 3rd you'll also get a full PDF version of the book to read so that when it comes out in January, you can leave a review. The official launch date for the book is January 14th. That's a Tuesday. We're going to be creating some really fun content to hold you over. So if you help us out by pre-ordering the book on December 3rd, anytime between December 3rd and January 14th, we're going to share some really exciting, incredible, valuable content with you, trainings, different things I'm going to be doing to really encourage pre pre-ordering the book and giving you a thank you for doing that, because that really helps us reach more people. So I'll share more about that in the coming weeks. That's a really big initiative right now, and we're also really taking the end of the year to look at our packages, to look at our systems and processes so that we can provide a much higher level of support, higher quality support, higher touch support to all of our website design, branding clients, all of our coaching clients, all the different things that we provide to people, including the upcoming program launch for journey mapping, which will launch. You'll be able to sign up for that in March, and we'll get started in April. We want to make sure that we're doing things at a much more elevated level, because I have a really big vision for where I want the media company to go in 2020, and I'm also ready to bring the Institute into the world, which is a whole other body of work in and of itself, and a whole lot of work, and will need a whole lot of support, but really looking at how can I take everything to the next level, including in my personal life. So I'm going to be doing a lot of decluttering in my personal life, just financially looking at where I'm spending money and what I don't need to be spending money on anymore. How can I be more intentional with my finances, with my money, really looking at everything material that I own. So my home, my space, my wardrobe, all the things I have, how I'm taking care of them, what are the quality, do they really make everything about my life feel like it's at the same vibrational level that I want to be at, that I want to show up in. And that seems like a insignificant thing, but your environment contains a lot of energy. So it's really more about clearing out stuff that has old energy. So things I don't use anymore, things that don't feel like me anymore, not necessarily replacing them or upgrading them right away, but just creating the space for that next level of living. And looking at my health, looking at what I'm eating, the foods I'm putting into my body, the way that my routines are, how much I sleep, how much I exercise, when am I exercising, what do I do with a trainer, what do I do on my own, do I want to try to run a full half marathon this year? Really looking at how can I up level my way of being in the world, my experience, our body of work, our services, our business, and everything that I want to create and everything I want to be in the world to really make big, exciting, scary, impossible things happen this next year. So that's my word, elevate. If it's something that resonates with you, it's not something that I invented. I've been doing this for a really long time, but it's something that I've seen a lot of people do online. I honestly don't know who started it, but it's just about picking a word that is the theme. It's the guiding energy, the guiding focus for the next year. I like to do it intuitively. I don't like to try to force the word. If something drops in for me and it really resonates, and I choose that as my word, and I think about it in relationship to all of my goals and how it can really help influence what it is that I'm doing and how I need to show up. If you're interested in learning how to pick your own guiding word, I actually have an old video training, not the highest quality in terms of video. It's from a few years ago, but I would be happy to share that with you. It's just an unlisted link on YouTube. So I will, if you leave a comment or just shoot me a private message, I will send you that link so you can watch that. It should be helpful. But let me know if you have a guiding word for the year and what it is that you do to really set yourself up for success around your goals and what it is that you want to create. How are you intentional, if at all, when it comes to a new calendar year? And really thinking through what it is that you want to do with your life and your work and your health and your relationships and your finances and all of those different things. I would really, really love to hear. And one of my big goals for 2020 is to never miss content on any of the days that we had planned out. So we have a really complex content schedule because I have so many brands and so many places that we post different things. One of the things I'm going to be doing is getting really clear on what is our baseline social media content strategy. When is content going out where? Who is creating that content? What type of content is it? And in 2020, we are not going to miss any of those days. Content will be posted consistently. That's a big one for me because consistency is so important when it comes to having these conversations with our audience and really helping people step into who they're here to be and the work they're here to do. So that's one of my really big goals for 2020. I will share more of them in the coming weeks as this year winds down, and I will be back soon in another video.